Hi everyone, this is the Karma Kids. We've come to do some yoga with you again. Say hi everyone.
Hi.
On today's class, we're going to show you some poses that are really good to use if you've got a cold or a cough or you just want to give your immune system a little bit of a boost. So the yogis are going to run through these poses with you today and show you how it's done. So first up, we're going to show you downward dog pose. So I think for this one, front row you can do it so you're facing me, and back row you can face the wall, okay? So that you get both the front on and side view of the pose. So you will notice that the yogis have their bottoms high up in the air. They're making a lovely pointy shape with their bodies. Their heads are down really low between their arms, which are nice and straight. Their hands are shoulder width apart. Both feet are on the floor. And they're making a nice sort of shark fin shape or downward dog shape. Now, when we get into downward dog, you can see all the yogis' heads are much lower than their hearts. So this is really good for your circulation and blood flow, and it's also excellent for making your nose get unblocked if you have a bit of a stuffy nose. Well done, yogis. Do you want to come back down to seated position again? So that's our first pose for you today. I think maybe for the next one, shall we do the camel pose? Yeah? So front row this time, you guys can turn side on, and back row you can face me, all right? So the camel pose, some of the yogis will show you the full pose where they put their hands on their heels, and some of them will show you the easier way to do it where you have your hands on the back of your thighs. And this pose, as you can see, gives you a beautiful back bend. They let your head drop down behind you, looking up at the ceiling. Their chests are beautifully open, so it really pulls open the rib cage, pulls open the chest. It's quite hard to hold though, so rest if you need to, guys, okay? Oop, or fall over. So have a rest if you need to have a rest. So you can see from the ones that are in the pose that when you're in camel pose, because you're doing a big back bend, you get a really nice chest opener. Helps clear any catarrh or phlegm that's on your chest. Thank you, darling, for showing us the easy version of the pose. That's beautiful. Okay, well done. So for our next pose, I think we will show you a bridge pose today. So for this one, the yogis are going to lie down on their backs with their knees bent and their feet flat on the floor, arms by your side. So you're completely on your back for this one. Knees need to be bent so that your feet and heels are quite close to your bottom, because you want to be able to push those hips up as close to the ceiling as you can get them. This is very important. So we're really getting all of the circulation moving here. So let's see how high can the yogis lift their hips up towards the ceiling. And when you do this, it pushes everything up. It's a great one for strengthening and blood circulation, getting things moving, draining all the systems. It's a real strength pose. Rocco, how high can you get your bum up in the air? Beautiful. Lovely work, guys. Okay, relax down. And for our next pose, shall we try the fish pose? Yeah? Okay, let's do the fish pose. So fish pose is a little bit tricky to get into, so the yogis are going to show you how they do it. So for this one, they're going to have their legs out straight in front of them. Nice pointy toes, feet are together. And we kind of lean back on our elbows like we're sunbathing on the beach. So you don't want to be lying on your back for this one. Lots of people end up on their back, and that's not correct. You want to have your elbows underneath your body so that you can then push your chest out and let your head drop back behind you. And this again is a beautiful chest opener. Great if you've got a bit of a cough. You're wanting to open up your ribs. Really get those elbows underneath you. So I'm going to zoom in over here because I can see one of my little yogis is doing it just beautifully and perfectly. So you can see that she has her head all the way back and she's pushing those ribs as high up to the roof as she can. And she's leaning on her elbows. Good job, you guys. Okay, last one. I think we need to stand up for this one. We're going to do our ragdoll pose. So for this one, we start off in a nice, easy standing position. And then we just very slowly and gently just flop forward like a rag doll. So we're kind of pretending we've got no bones in our upper body. Our head is hanging down. Our arms are just gently waving in the breeze. And we're just letting ourselves be relaxed and floppy. Again, you can see that the head is really lowered here, lower than the heart. So it's great for your circulation. Great for clearing out those nasal passages. So this is another good one if you have a cold. Well done. We're going to slowly roll up, guys. Keep that back rounded nice and slow. And should we give ourselves a big clap because you guys did a really good job? And you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye from the Karma Kids today.